our final group. This is what we call a one-act play, and it's supposed to take place on a stage. We don't have a stage, so we have a gym floor. So please imagine that those two black boxes sort of stand there are the marker of where off stage is. So when they're past that, don't look at them. Okay? They're not acting then. They'll be acting when they're up front here. So again, this is a one-act play, and it is entitled Wedding Whoops.
You hear about stuff like this happening, but you never expect to be part of it.
It's kind of like when you're driving and you hit a patch of ice. You're out of control. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Weddings are supposed to be joyous.
They're supposed to be a celebration of love and devotion.
I'm not sure what you call it. Technically, no one got left at the altar.
Calling off the wedding? 4 words you do not want to hear in a church.
I'm not sure whose fault it was.
It was all Larry's fault.
I'm not one to point fingers, but
It was the guy's fault, plain and simple.
We shouldn't play the blame game.
It all could have been avoided, if only the guys. See, I'm of the opinion that the wedding party is there to help the bridegroom. That was the first problem. I mean, the guy's hauling him to stand up for him. I mean, really?
why do you have to be here so early?
Pictures.
Right. I swear to God, I'm going insane.
You really shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain.
What?
You really shouldn't.
No, I heard you. I was saying what because I'm amazed at what you said, and I want you to explain yourself.
You shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. You shouldn't swear in church. It's a respect thing, like you shouldn't wear a hat inside.
You wear hats inside.
Well, I know, but just because I do it doesn't mean it's right.
The Pope wears hats inside.
If I get a poke neck, I wear it inside.
I imagine so.
Can Pope swear in a church?
These are deep theological questions for which I have no answer. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about the chicken dance. Come on, guys, you gotta help me out. I don't want to look like an idiot out there.
It's not that big of a deal. I promise he'll pick it up pretty quickly.
It's not that easy. See, I'm not that good looking. I'm not that smart. I'm not that funny. So really, there are only 2 things that make me attractive to women. 1, I can quote every one-liner Foghorn Leghorn ever said. 2, I'm an amazing dancer. So imagine this. I'm out on the dance floor, working it with the ladies. They're digging it.
Because it's dark and you haven't spoken to them yet.
Exactly. Then the chicken dance comes on, and I have no idea what to do. Forget it. I'm done. I'm going home alone. All because you won't take time out of your busy schedule to teach me the chicken dance.
Thanks a lot. Why don't you just use your Foghorn Leghorn thing?
I just can't go around using that. I can't have every woman at the wedding falling in love with me on the dance floor. Foghorn Leghorn folks are like the folks. You can't abuse them or you'll end up turning to the dark side.
I've known you for years. I never heard your Foghorn Leghorn. Come on, let's hear it.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I don't know how to work on guys.
How does it work and who is Foghorn Leghorn?
He was that giant rooster from the Bugs Bunny cartoons on Saturday mornings.
So, what's the big deal with that?
I don't know, but something about the wisdom of his statements and the power in his voice makes women go crazy.
Let's hear it. I'm intrigued.
All right, but just to be safe, don't look at me when I do it.
Just do it.
Now what? What, I say? What is the big idea? Bashing me on the noggin with the rolling pin. Clunk enough heads together, we'll get a nation full of lump heads.
That's it?
It's not even very good.
Girls find it irresistible.
What girls?
I don't know, I've never actually tried it on any before.
And how do you know it'll work?
There are some things that you just know.
See, this is what I'm talking about. All this nonsense about chicken dancing, and they hardly even noticed that Holly was gone.
Everyone else knows him as Andrew. But we all call him Holly, short for Hollywood, for all those plays he was in during college.
They first met while they were in college. Sammy was hooked from the start.
Holly was such an idiot. Sammy flirted with him constantly, and he was like totally oblivious. Sammy had to make the first move.
I told her not to get messed up with him. He had quite a reputation, but She always called him Andrew. Andrew has potential.
You know, she never talked about being in love with him. She talked about him like he was an investment.
I never thought it was going to last. I just thought she'd wake up one day and realize that she could do better. She just kept talking about what he could be, who he could become. It was like she knew he wasn't that great now, but someday.
Andrew has potential. She always said that.
I told her, you're a senior. He's a sophomore. This isn't going to go anywhere. It's just going to end badly. She didn't listen.
Okay, I admit, we probably should have noticed Holly was gone a little sooner.
But we never just expected him to just disappear like that.
In our defense, it's not like the girls that noticed he was gone either. They were too worried about what we were doing.
We have to make sure they don't have silly guns or water string or anything else in their coat pockets. I refuse to let Larry and those other idiots ruin Sammy's wedding. Come on, Kim. Larry's not evil. He's not going to try and ruin the wedding. No, he won't try. He'll try to be cute. Heck, he may even try to do something nice, but we all know that he's going to end up screwing it up and ruining Sammy's wedding. It's our job to stop him.
You need to knock this off. You're driving Sammy crazy. She's nervous as it is, and you have her convinced that everything is going to go wrong.
Listen, I know Larry seems like a nice guy. I know that. He's charming and funny, but you don't know him like I do. He hates it all that his best friend is getting married. He's been trying to break him up from the start.
You are such a hypocrite. You've been telling Sammy for years that she could do better.
That's different. How is that different? Because it's true. She could do better.
Why do you hate Holly so much?
I don't hate Holly. We know why you hate Larry.
She hates all of her ex-boyfriends.
Did you date Holly? No.
Really?
No, I swear. It's weird that you hate him so much. I don't hate him. I just don't trust him. He was a jerk before I met Sammy. He treated women like crap, and all of a sudden he's this good guy devoted to her? I don't buy it. He's just gonna end up screwing up her heart. I just know it. Kim, that's your opinion. But Sammy obviously doesn't feel that way. And she's a big girl now. She can make her own decisions. So you need to stop saying nasty things about Holly. You're driving Sammy nuts. She's going to marry him. This is a wedding. A celebration of their love. Not a last chance for you to break them up. I'm not trying to break them up. I'm trying to stop Larry from ruining the wedding.
I just hope we don't end up ruining the wedding by trying to stop it from getting ruined.
I really wasn't planning anything. Holly asked me not to. He's my best friend, and I would not screw this up for him.
We hadn't noticed that Holly was gone yet. And that was bad. But it's not like the girls noticed Sammy was gone either.
I noticed Holly was gone. I just figured he went to go get some fresh air or grow up. He was probably growing up.
Holly and I have been best friends since the first day of college. Although, that changed a little when he met Sammy.
Holly had this reputation for being a womanizer before he met Sammy. So, I guess he deserved it, but he wasn't a bad guy. He just had a really short attention span.
Boy, he got bored with girls quick. And as soon as he got bored of them, he dumped them.
I think it was Groucho Marx who said, I don't want to belong to a club that will have me as a member. That's the way Holly felt about women. He figured if a woman liked him, there had to be something wrong with her.
So he would spend all of this time romancing these girls. And the minute they started liking him, he'd break up with them and move on.
I'm not sure why he never got bored with Sammy.
I kept expecting him to break up with her, but he never did. He just kept spending more and more time with her. I admit it.
He didn't like Sammy much at first.
I don't think she liked us either.
I admit I wasn't happy about the wedding, but I swear I took no joy in what happened next.
What do you mean she's not in the back
I
room?
mean, she's not in the bathroom?
Are you sure?
Pretty sure it's not a big bathroom.
She's not with her parents either. This can't be happening. And you were worried that Larry was going to try and ruin the wedding? You're making jokes. You think this is funny? My response to stressful situations is to make jokes. And yours is to go ballistic.
What do we do?
I did say something about that.
You did?
You noticed the groom was missing, and you just mentioned it in passing. Don't you think that might be kind of important?
I just figured he went to go throw up.
Oh man, this is bad.
This is really bad.
You don't think he got bored of her, do you?
No,
That's exactly what happened. He got bored with her, and now he's moving on, just like all the other girls.
What do we do?
Well, whatever we do, do not tell the guys we lost the bride.
Well, whatever we do not tell the girls we've lost the groom.
Well, maybe they seen her. We should go talk to them.
Make sure we don't say anything to Holly. Not until we're sure. He's going to be devastated when he finds out she's gone. Agreed. Be cool. Hey, morons.
Hi.
What? No snagged comeback?
That's what she said.
Why are you guys acting weird?
We're not acting weird.
You're acting weird.
No, we're not.
Look at them. They're nervous. And sweating? Something's up.
You're sweating.
What are you guys hiding?
What are you hiding?
We're not hiding anything.
You're not hiding anything?
No.
No.
Let's just drop it.
You want to drop it.
Stop. Don't answer that. Don't say a word. He's playing the question game with you. Everything you say, he turns into a question. What's the point of that?
What is the point of that? This is stupid. You think this is stupid?
How do I make him stop?
Do you want me to stop?
Stop talking.
But I have things to say.
You have things to say.
Maybe I should try beating him until he's unconscious.
Do you think you should try beating me until I'm unconscious?
Actually, physical violence just seems to encourage him. I know, I've tried.
Just ignore him. He'll get tired of it.
No. Actually, he won't. You've got to respect his persistence. If you stop talking altogether, he'll just stare at you until you crack and start screaming and crying. Complete demoralizing.
He's staring at me.
Am I staring at you?
Listen, you idiot. I know you're trying to cover up for something.
You're covering up for something.
What are you hiding?
Do you want to know what I'm hiding?
That's it.
Is that... I never thought to try that.
That's because you're too busy screaming and crying. Okay, what are you hiding?
Holly's gone.
What? How long?
We don't know.
This is the best wedding ever! How could you let this happen?
This is my fault?
You've been trying to break him up from the start.
Oh, like you
Hey!
haven't.
Knock it off, you two. This isn't helping. You're right. We've got to find him.
What do you mean, them?
Amy!
Sammy's missing too?
We don't know for how long.
How could you let this happen?
Listen, people. We've got to think. Where could they be?
Well, I drove Holly here today, and he was going in the limo to the reception, so it's not like he has a car.
Same for Sammy.
Then they're on foot. How far could they have gotten?
Listen up, everyone. Average foot speed over uneven ground is 6 miles an hour. Our fugitives have been on the run for almost 10 minutes. I want a hard target search of every farmhouse, hen house, and outhouse within that perimeter.
That's from the fugitive, right?
I love that.
All right, let's just search